Well, originally in the manifesto of the Aam Aadmi Party, it was stated, Arun Bhatia gets very angry when he's asked these questions here today, but he must be reminded nevertheless.
No,
Kiran Bedi takes the question. Kiran Bedi, originally in the manifesto of the Aam Aadmi Party, it was stated, right, that if there is somebody who is accused of any serious offence, he will not even be nominated as a member, as a candidate in an election. Now, I don't know. I certainly think, and I don't know whether Aam Aadmi Party supporters think so or not, I certainly think that the accusation of thrashing women with long sticks, threatening them, telling them to leave the country, leading a mob, and then saying, otherwise we'll kill you one by one, is a fairly serious allegation. But clearly that part of the manifesto has been forgotten. Kiran Bedi, Arun Bhatia takes cover under the argument, it will affect the movement. I'd like to get you to respond. Kiran Bedi.
Arnab, the movement for Arvind Kejriwal has already moved to political governance. It's now gone movement to political governance. Ever since he got elected and took the oath to be the chief minister, he's now sworn to govern and administer. Problem is that he's a confused man. One of the definition, meaning of anarchism is also when you're confused. He's confused. He does not know when to govern and when to go back to Andolan. I think last weeks, since he's here, he's been confused. He's been going back to Andolan more than governance. Had he had governance, the law minister would have been arrested. And he would have delivered justice to Delhi. I think that's the problem.
Okay.
He wants to stay in the Andolan and yet claim to govern. I think that's the problem. But I think that's the message he's giving. And every time our people have come on television, they said, "Hum to andolankari hain, hum to patience nahi hai, humko to nyay jaldi chahiye." This is the problem. I think they need to understand that they have moved from Andolan to governance and administration and delivering justice.
Before I go to Gaurav, no, Randeep Surjewala, my question to you is, it's easier, isn't it, Randeep? It's easier to call Arvind Kejriwal mad or a yeda, right, or something to that effect, than to actually tell the Delhi police to file an FIR against a person whose government you're supporting but who is accused of such serious charges. It's easier to use that language, Mr. Surjewala, than to actually act.
So, khatam ho gaya.
Let me very quickly answer two things. Here is a Home Minister in shape of Shri Somnath Bharti, who created a constitutional crisis by summoning all the district judges and embarrassed everybody. Here is a Home Minister who named the Danish woman who was raped in an official press release in contravention of the law. And I completely agree with what you were showing. Here is a law minister who barged into a household where there were women, even if they were of foreign origin, threatened to beat them up, physically manhandled, he and his people physically manhandled some of them, and issued illegal orders to the police. Here is a law minister whom the chief minister is defending. The ball lies in the court of the chief minister, and here is a law minister.
How does it lie in the court of the chief minister? How does it lie?
An FIR has been lodged.
How does it lie in the court of a chief minister?
FIR has been lodged. Against whom an FIR has been lodged and victim has identified him in court. Now the ball lies in the court of the chief minister to take appropriate action. Having said that, Mr. Bhatia, just 1 second.
No, that's Sankarshan, not Mr. Bhatia.
I also want to point out, when you say the Home Minister has called him names, you and me both understand. Yeda in Marathi, Bawla in Haryanvi perhaps, means na samaj and not maverick.
Yes.
So let us be fair to Home Minister of the country.
Oh, so he was complimenting. You are saying the Home Minister was complimenting Arvind Kejriwal. Fine.
If somebody does not have appropriate understanding of the constitutional rigors and law
No.
or acts in negation thereof.
Swamy, Subramanian Swamy, Subramanian Swamy. No, one sec. Before I go to Subramanian Swamy.
Please do not misunderstand. And before you go to Subramanian Swamy ji, I must say with folded hands to him, he must apologize today on your channel to Congress party, to you Shri Arnab Goswami, as also to all your viewers, for the intemperate language that he used against Delhi Chief Minister, because he is the one who in English called the Delhi Chief Minister mad. He is the one who called names to Congress party. We expect that from it's the BJP culture we know.
Again you are changing the subject.
And better use of
the second time.
And better civility from an educated person like Mr. Swamy. So I think he should begin by apologizing to you, to the Congress party, and to
Randeep Surjewala. Randeep Surjewala, thank you for this. Thank you for this feeble attempt at taking over as the anchor of the Newshour. I will not allow you, Mr. Surjewala, Randeep Surjewala. The question is.
Nobody can replace you.
No. The question is this.
And you would not even think of.
The question is this. Here is a police commissioner who takes no action when women are beaten up. Here is a home minister who takes no action when a woman is threatened to be killed. Here is a home minister who allows a government supported by his own party to have ministers who lead mobs. And here is a minister who says, I'll look the other way because it's convenient to me now. Subramanian Swamy is responding. Subramanian Swamy to Randeep Surjewala.
Yeah, if Mr. Surjewala can keep silent for a few minutes, I'll answer. The fact is that the police of Delhi is under the union government. So if the union government tells the Delhi police to register an FIR, it's a minute's job. The fact is that the Congress party is not doing it. The Congress party is passing all kinds of remarks. Mr. Surjewala says about the Danish girl and he talks about what happened with the Ugandan women, all that. But the question is, all you have to do is the Home Minister has to call. Again, he is going on interrupting. I think he has lacked culture. He should apologize to you. Therefore, I am saying that why doesn't the Home Minister just call the police commissioner and say register an FIR?
Why doesn't he?
If you have admitted that what he's doing is wrong.
Arnab.
Why doesn't he?
An FIR is already lodged.
No, Arnab.
But an FIR is already lodged.
FIR is launched only on one offence. The whole idea of they should launch an FIR on the Chief Minister.
No. Please don't twist the facts. A Delhi court ordered the filing of an FIR in relation to the incident on January 15th. And that the video footage of the incident be shown to the women concerned. Now one of the women has identified Somnath Bharti as the man who led the mob. There is an investigative process which is underway.
I am not talking about Mr. Bharti, I am talking about the Chief Minister.
Well, I'm talking about the Home Minister.
Who broke the law, 144.
I'm talking about the Home Minister, and I want the esteemed Congress spokesperson to tell me. I want the esteemed Congress spokesperson to tell me and tell everyone watching the Newshour tonight that the Union Home Minister of India can do nothing. I want him to tell all the viewers tonight that the Union Home Minister can do nothing. Can you please say that? Are you saying that?
Sorry, I'm not going to oblige you by doing that because the Home Minister of India has upheld the majesty of law. Wisdom, it is his balanced and reasoned approach that avoided a constitutional stalemate. It is Home Minister
Gaurav Bhatia,
the Lieutenant Governor's decision that ended in a perceived disruption of a national festival like 26th January. It is Home Minister of India who has acted in a very concerted, in a very balanced, in a very reasoned and out of his sheer experience of years in public life.
Out of his experience of years.
Arnab,
no, 1 second. So you are saying, what you are saying is this, that the one, and don't interrupt, Gaurav, I'm coming to you. No, what you are saying is this, in simple English.
Goswami, let me point out, an FIR is already lodged against him. Action would be taken, and the responsibility of taking action on the political front lies with the Chief Minister.
No.
And those questions should be answered by Mr. Bhatia.
Doesn't lie with the Congress which is supporting a minority government of the Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay, I'll answer it.
No, one second.
I'll answer it. Yes.
No.
Mr. Bhatia.
Yes, what you are saying is right. Action should be taken. Taken by the citizen, taken by the Home Minister, central government, taken by anybody. Who is saying no? Why do you keep saying Bhatia, Bhatia? Bhatia is not defending crime.
Aam Aadmi Party's office and request your Chief Minister.
Now you see.
Suitable action.
I want to say one thing. I want to say one thing, gentlemen.
So, Mr. Bhatia.
Gentlemen, gentlemen. No, gentlemen, Mr. Bhatia, please 1 minute. Mr. Bhatia, 1 minute, first of all.
Yeah.
First of all, I am touched.
Yeah.
I am touched today that both Subramanian Swamy and Randeep Surjewala have tried to use me as an instrument, don't interrupt me please, to say that each of the others should apologize to me. Now I am of a view that being called names is a professional hazard that all journalists face, and I face that as well, including the possibility of a boycott by a political party from participation in the Newshour if it feels the criticism is getting a little too strong. I take no offense to anything like that. I want no apology. I just want a healthy debate. My question and the last question is this. Don't get provoked, Randeep. But I'm going to interpret a little bit of what you said, okay? My interpretation of Randeep Singh Surjewala's comment is the following. Randeep Singh is saying, Randeep Singh Surjewala, a very eminent man, a man of great craft with words, great administrative experience, and one of the finest spokespersons of the Congress party. What he is saying is this, that our Home Minister has all the powers, but he also has a lot of wisdom. And his wisdom has told him not to use his powers. This is what Randeep Singh Surjewala has effectively said. Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, your response to Randeep Surjewala, don't respond. Randeep Surjewala, I also have a poetic license and a journalistic license to interpret what you said.
Gaurav, at least let me answer.
Gaurav Bhatia to Randeep Surjewala before we close.
I would just like to say this, Arnab.
Yes. Gaurav Bhatia.
Arnab, there is a contradiction in what you said to Mr. Surjewala. And the contradiction is this, that we want to insulate the police from political interference. The person who should have stood by the SHO should have been the Commissioner of Police and not the Home Minister.
Mr. Bhatia, don't censor the Samajwadi Party.
Register an FIR.
Ensured that those who were disrupting, hell-bent on disrupting a national festival, that all parties cutting across political spectrum celebrate and revel.
Now,
like
Arnab, please January, voice my opinion.
Mr. Surjewala,
not disrupted if avoiding a constitutional stalemate by years of wisdom,
what are you doing? Mr. Surjewala,
right, Mr. Goswami, I ask you today.
Mr. Surjewala, in a brazen display of verbal heckling, you are not letting Samajwadi Party speak. My question to him was,
Gaurav, I would never interrupt. He's also a personal friend and a
thank you. Let him complete then, with your permission. And ask Gaurav Bhatia.
Same for you. Yeah.
Yes, Gaurav.
Arnab, I was just trying to make a point that what you said is actually contradictory, because what we are talking about is we aim to have a police force that is free of political interference. And in this case, if there is any person who should have stood by the SHO, it was the Commissioner of Police and not the Home Minister. The Commissioner of Police should have ordered an FIR to be registered, and that is most important. Why do we have to get ministers and politics in between? This is the rule of law, that the Commissioner of Police and SHO should have registered an FIR. And secondly, one more point, the manifesto of Aam Aadmi Party itself says that they would have citizen security force, especially for security of women. So, is this the security of women we are talking about, where they only talk about citizens of India most dangerous and idea. not about foreigner women?
Vigilante forces are a most dangerous idea.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely,
and on that note,
it's a dangerous idea.
On that note, Sankarshan, a vocal minister, lost his voice. A chief minister forgot his manifesto. And a home minister is so wise that he won't use his powers. Sankarshan, I don't know. Maybe we'll have a chat about what's going on in this country. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on Newshour Debate 1 tonight. Thank you very much indeed.